they're really two different aspects of the same approach. So the first thing we do here is to turn away from objective experience. You understand what I mean by objective experience? Thoughts, images, feelings, emotions, sensations, the sight of this room, relationships, activities. We turn away from all objective experience, however pleasant or unpleasant it is, and we, as it were, turn in the other direction towards that with which objective experience is known, towards that which is aware of our experience. The common name for that is I. I am aware of my feelings. Now, I am aware of my feelings, whether I'm deeply depressed or ecstatically happy. The I is the same in both cases. So the I is not limited either to the depression, not limited or qualified by either the depression or the ecstasy. It is independent of both. That's the first step we always take here, to establish what I am. The presence of awareness, independent of all objective experience. So in our conversations and contemplations, we, in one way or another, we go back again and again and again until we not just understand, but establish in our experience, until we stand as that one, until we know and feel ourselves to be that one. Now, that recognition alone, that is the recognition of what we essentially are. But that recognition alone is not enough to put an end to the years of, the layers of feelings and indeed of beliefs that have accumulated over the years. So even after we have recognized or had a glimpse of our essential nature, it is still necessary to go back again and again, both to our beliefs and to our feelings. Because our beliefs and feelings, we have been rehearsing them for decades. We have been repeating them over and over again until they have become a very well-worn habit. And that habit, both the habit of thinking and the habit of feeling, is not eradicated the moment we recognize our true nature. So it is having turned round and faced our essential self, it is necessary to turn back to objective experience and face our experience from the perspective of our newer understanding of ourself. So we don't turn around and face our feelings as a separate self that likes this feeling, that doesn't like this feeling, that wants to change this feeling, that judges that feeling. We turn around and face our feeling as awareness. Yes? So, as awareness, our feelings are completely welcome. Just as everything that appears in the space of this room is welcome. The space of this room doesn't have to negotiate with each person that comes in. Oh, I like you, but I don't like you. I wish you had a different colour shirt on. Or I think the space cannot negotiate what takes place within it because it is empty. It is open. The space of this room cannot resist what takes place within it. Even if we were to start fighting with each other now, or dancing, or whatever, the space would remain the same. It wouldn't change if we were dancing or fighting. in that sense it is indifferent. But it is not a cold indifference, because it is also one with everything that takes place within it. It is a loving indifference, a benevolent indifference. So, as this presence of awareness, or let's call it the space, imagine awareness like a space, like the space of this room, but it's a knowing space, an aware space. So now we invite our feelings to come back, having turned away from them initially, in order to establish the presence and the primacy and the nature of awareness. We now invite our feelings to come back, but we welcome them within us meaning the space of awareness. And we let these feelings, as it were, soak in the space of awareness, in the same way that when you get into a bath on a cold night, you just surrender your body to the warm water. So so it was from this perspective that I said, we know when we are fully allowing or accepting or welcoming our feelings, when we can say to the feeling, I can live with you forever. You are welcome within me forever. That is a little test. Because what people often do when they hear this is that they welcome the feelings because they think, this might finally get rid of them. All our lives we have been trying to get rid of feelings, uncomfortable feelings, through substances, activities, relationships, etc. The separate self is very clever. It takes the non-dual teaching and it applies it as yet one more way of getting rid of uncomfortable feelings. That's not, that's fake welcoming. It's welcoming something so that you can get rid of it. So this question, can I live with you forever, is a very, when you say this to the feeling, you must be able to answer yes to that question, because then you know that there's no trace in you that wants to get rid of it. And then look at what is a feeling for which you have absolutely no resistance. Next time you are suffering, put the story that accompanies the suffering on one side, because we're not dealing with ideas and beliefs, we're dealing with the aspect of the feelings that is in your body, that it's a sensation in your body. So when you next find yourself suffering or with a sense of lack, don't let your mind go into stories. Just go to the feeling, the sensation of the lack. And it may take some time. You turn towards it and you invite it into yourself and you bring it closer and closer and closer until you can honestly say, I have no resistance to this feeling, and see what remains of the feeling if you do that.